All right. Let's talk about the actual origin of the music. How did you get into rapping?
I got into rap. I've always really liked music. When I was younger, I never like watched TV like that. I always listened to music, or I was like playing a game, talking to myself, doing something weird, and like, to myself. Or I was talking my mom's head off wherever she was. Um, but the music, I think that I really kind of like noticed that I really like music within the last like 4 years of me just like trying to find myself.
Mhm.
Um, like I've noticed, within the past like 3 years, I started listening to music a little more differently. Like we were discussing prior, like the instruments and how
Mhm.
the music is made, and what does it take, to get a beat like this, or what kind of equipment does it take to like record a song and
Mhm.
things of that nature. And then one of my friends, I've always like been around like people in the music industry, always. And one of my friends, he was like, we were in the car rapping. This was like 3.5 years ago. We were in the car rapping, and he was like, yeah, he's like, why don't you try to say something? And I was like, don't do that, because I can really like say something and you're gonna be mad, because he was the one like that's rapping.
Mhm.
So like, and I've noticed that too, like people don't really like to like hear you rap good. Like if they're rapping and they know that they're like subpar, or if they're just not, as good as you are, they're just like they'll be trying to cut you off and like stop you and whatever. So like we were in the car like rapping or whatever. He's like, yeah, like we're going to the studio, and I was just like, all right, I'm very spontaneous. I don't care, like let's do it, let's try it. So we did the song, and the song, like everybody in the studio, it was me and like three other artists on one song, and we were like all just going back and forth.
Mhm.
And it was like, this your first time? And I was just like, yeah, like just amazed at like I said, myself. I'm surprising myself with stuff. Like I was like, oh, okay, like I think I think we should do this. And like me and him, we had hung out a lot during that time, and we were just making music, like making songs. He'll turn on the beat, and I just start flowing in the car.
Okay.
And then it just became, I was like, okay, let's start recording. And then like every like relationship that I've been in, like the past like 5, 6 years, like for the most part, the guy has been like either doing music or like into music, just as heavy. So like I'm always like around music.
Okay.
So it was just like I kind of had no choice but like just because I was around so many opportunities, just to
Okay.
do it. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go for it.
So it's more of like your artistic side plus the environment.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I would definitely say the environment.
Okay.
If I wasn't around a few people, I definitely wouldn't have like taken my music as serious. So yeah, just being around like certain artists and being around certain producers, like actually listening to like
Mhm.
my music and stuff like that, like pushing me and motivating me, like you actually have a sound for that. Because I used to listen to my music and be like, I make music for myself. I used to tell people that all the time, like I don't make music for like people to listen to and people to like. Like I make music that I would want to hear. You know what I'm saying? If I had did a song like this is what I want to, listen to or whatever. So that's how it was. But now I'm just like, no, like I want y'all to fuck with my music,
Okay.
like
So
heavy.
where how do you get the inspiration to write the music?
I don't really know.
Like
I
how
can't
do you
really say.
get inspired to to write your lyrics? Does that come from
My lyrics.
uh
Oh, my lyrics come from
your
the shit that
environment?
I go through.
Yeah. Okay. Your
Yeah,
personal life.
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
My lyrics, they come from definitely stuff that I go through,
Okay.
feelings that I go through. I felt like I've changed a lot. I've become more like aware and more, observant to things that are going on around. I've become, more laid back and
Hmm.
relaxed. I'm not like jumping up to do
Okay.
something and, just like going for it. I'm like kind of seeing like, what direction could this go into? And it's been like you said, through personal experiences, through life experiences, dealing with people, relationships.
Hmm.
People always, my friends always say like my anger, it comes from like my relationships and stuff. And like sometimes like if I'm like, speaking on a specific topic and I'm in the studio and I'm rapping and like, it has something to do like about a guy, you know what I'm saying, somebody I was dealing with, like I'm gonna get mad all over again or whatever, and I'm gonna have that energy like on the track. So I would definitely say like just stuff that I go through. Sometimes when I have like writer's block, like I'll just put on a beat that I really like and I'll just, think about, I'll ask myself like, what's going on with you? What's up with you? Like what you feeling? How do you feel right now? What's going through your head? Like, how you feel like your life going? And sometimes like I think that like it really helps.
Okay. So, after the inspiration, right? How does the recording process goes for you? Like, do you like to listen to the beat and then write to it, or write and
Um,
then listen to the beat and then go to the studio and record?
I listen when I'm writing music. I listen to the beat first.
Okay.
I listen to if I really like a beat, I'll listen to the whole beat. If I'm like if I really, really, really like a beat, I'll listen to the whole thing. But if I'm like, okay, this is a cool beat, I'll listen to maybe like the first 20 seconds of the beat, and then I'll cut it off, and then I'll just write to it,
Okay.
and then I'll cut it back on. I'll see like, okay, like where am I? How did the beat switch up on me? And I'll like try to make it work. If not, then I'll go back in. But I feel like when you're just like you can't really like rap and say what you need to say if you're just like, listen, write, stop, pause. You know what I mean? Like every like 10 seconds, listen, okay, like
Yeah.
just say something and like hopefully it'll work. And if it doesn't work, I've noticed like when I do that, sometimes it don't work. The beat will switch up and it don't work, and I'll use it for another beat. You know what I mean? It'll go perfectly with another beat. So it's just like just kind of keeping yourself open to writing. I don't go to the studio until I have everything down to the ad libs.
Okay.
Like when I go to the studio, I know exactly what type of energy I'm gonna give the song. I know exactly like what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Make it sound how I need it to sound. Like I'm in the house performing my song, like in the living room. You know what I mean? Before I go to the studio. So when I go to the studio, like I can maximize my time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I can also like kind of give myself that room to play around with it. So I feel like if you wait till you get to the studio to try to, figure out what you're gonna do and how you're gonna, do the song, you're wasting your
It's a
time.
waste of time and
You
money
should spend
too.
no time. I
Yeah.
always tell people you should spend no time, next to the producer until it's time to mix.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be out, writing on your phone on the couch. The couch is for your homies.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The studio room is for you, for you
Okay.
to record. That's what
So,
it should be.
what do you have to have in the studio for a good session?
Um,
Water, food, friends, trees.
I definitely need to have tree in the studio.
Okay.
I definitely need the studio to be dark.
Okay.
I definitely need to take my shoes off.
Right.
Friends, I like when my friends come to the studio. I like when my friends support me. My friends treat me like a baby, probably because they know that I'm already spoiled. So they just like go with it. Cause I'm a really like genuine nice person. Like I'll think about shit that you won't think about like for yourself.
Okay.
So like my friends, they're very, they reciprocate that. But my friends, they'll come to the studio with me and be in the studio till 4 or 5 in the morning. I'll look over, like I'll, be in the room by myself. They can hear me, and I'll like, y'all good? Wake up, y'all. They come in and chill. They fall in line. They need to go smoke. They'll go smoke. They need to go get some food. They go get some food. But they just chill, vibe to the music until they tired. Then they just go to sleep.
Okay. So, how do you select your featuring?
My featuring.
Yeah. How do you pick people to do music with, basically?
You gotta have the energy.
Okay.
You gotta have a lot of energy. A lot of people when they sit and talk to me, and then they see me perform or they hear my music, they're like, "It's two different people."
Yeah,
It is
you
two
have a
different-
lot of energy in your music
is two
when I
different
listen to the
people.
music. Yeah.
But just the energy, you gotta have really good energy. You gotta have lyrics. I think that like the few words here and there is cool depending on the type of song, but like I'm about separating myself from what's expected, what's supposed to be. So I look for artists that do that as well. Lyrics have to be, that's like a number one. If you have really good lyrics, you have stuff that I could, you know what I'm saying, like damn, like what did they just say, like I gotta think about it. I definitely think that we could make music.